So this person had this comment: stop saying the West when you only talk about the USA. Europe has a public system far superior to China's. This is your favorite half Chinese. Let me first start by saying this. Nobody tells me what I can or cannot say. Do you got that? So now we have this out of the way. As the video is running, this is Europe compared to China. And I was talking about the West, not only about USA. Alright? You don't get to tell me what I can or cannot say. Now, I'm not bashing Europe, just telling it how it is. Showing you right here from my own city in The Hague, the Netherlands. That's in Europe, with probably the best public transportation in Europe. And I have been all over Europe. I'm not saying it is the worst, but when we compare our system to China, we are so 80s. Also, the fact that Europeans compare Europe with China is like comparing a developed nations to developing nations. The moment you do that, you already know you've lost. Because if we can already make that comparison, then guess what? We're not that developed anymore. And it might hurt your feelings, but maybe it is time to wake up. China did the unthinkable and surpassed us from like 100 years behind to 50 to 100 years ahead on Europe and America on all metrics. The life over there is way more convenient than it is here in the Netherlands or in any other place in Europe. There's no doubt about it. And I do not say that to bash Europe, but to make you think, what have we exactly been doing with our money? It shouldn't be like this. It should be uncomparable to China. However, I can compare China to us, which I often do, and we cannot even come close to them. Now, there's a difference when you compare China to Europe. It makes sense, because China's developing nation compares itself to a developed nation that is comparing yourself to something that should be better. Europeans comparing Europe to China is the other way around, as a developing nation should be less than a developed nation. So don't forget that China is still a developing nation. They just recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, alleviated the last poverty in China. We still have poverty in the West. Maybe you should swallow your pride and false sense of superiority, because you're not, and we are not in Europe. We are slagging behind. And ask yourself why we do not have this, while we were so much ahead. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but if you really want to be better and superior, for whatever reason you need to feel superior, because I don't get it, you're just a human, it's nothing more, nothing less than anybody else. Acknowledge the loss and acknowledge that you failed. So now you can rebuild up again. If anything, Europe doesn't even stand in the line to be superior, especially not to China. China is a sovereign nation, while we are US regime lapdogs. Hence the problems we are facing. Maybe something to think about. I'm not against you. I'm a European myself, since I was born here, and even my mother is white as milk. Anyways, let me know what you all think of this. By the way, you owe me $7 for making this video, because that's probably what I spent on the public transportation to make this video, if not more. But I'm just kidding. I just use it to buy some ice cream to make you feel better. I heard chocolate helps when people feel depressed. Please drop it a like and please share. I really need it for the algorithm. And if you have not yet, then follow and let me know what you think of it in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. We are not uncivilized barbarians that think they are superiors over others. This was your favorite half Chinese, and have a great day!